Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with debunking myths about trans athletes with none other than our guy Jim Jefferies on the Jim Jefferies Show. Absolutely love Jim Jefferies. Feel like it's been a little bit since I reacted to him. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You can subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. If you got a favorite video suggestion, drop it in the comment section. What we got, you?
I recently sat down with transgender scientist and runner Joanna Harper to learn more about her research and what it says about the transgender community in sports and beyond. Take a look. Meet Joanna Harper. She's a scientist who authored the very first study on transgender athletes. She even advises the International Olympic Committee. So if anyone knows her stuff, it's Joanna. First of all, look, I don't know what to think about this. This is something that I haven't really had an opinion on. I'm sorry if I use any outdated words in this whole thing. I'm trying my best and I want to learn, okay?
Yeah.
The argument that people make is that when someone has a sex change, and mostly this is from male to female, that if they go to compete in a female sport after that, they have an unfair advantage. Is this true?
Well, first of all, it's complicated, but the hormone therapy that trans women undergo makes many changes in the biological qualities that are important for sport. Trans women have bigger frames, which are now being powered by reduced muscle mass and reduced aerobic capacity. So it's like a big car with a small engine competing against a small car with a small engine.
Right,
so
it's
trans
like
women
a Buick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a Tesla.
Yeah, not a Tesla, no. And this isn't just Joanna's gut feeling. For her study, she collected data from 8 transgender runners, people who are transitioning from male to female. The results? Before hormone therapy, they competed at the same level as other men. After hormone therapy, they competed at the same level as other women.
So after hormonal
8? Is 8 a study? Just 8 people? I don't know. It could be, I am one who believes that there is an unfair advantage I feel like when the males switch to females, but I don't know all the science behind it, so I could 100% be wrong. That's just what I think. I guess I need to get educated on it before I even speak on it, so that's my bad.
They competed at the same level as other women.
So after hormonal transition, trans women are no longer biologically male. Trans women are not taking over women's sports. The best evidence of that so far is NCAA sports. The NCAA has allowed trans women to compete after a year of hormone therapy since 2011. It's 8 years ago, and trans women are not taking over NCAA sports and probably won't in other sports.
Here's an argument that people would say against a female that wants to become male will start taking testosterone.
Correct.
What's the difference between that and Alex Rodriguez taking steroids?
They take testosterone to become more like men, but they start from a female point of disadvantage. And if they work really hard and take their testosterone, they can get up to pretty close to typical male.
Right.
There's a professional boxer, Patricio Manuel. There's a swimmer, Skylar Baylor.
So where there's a person who was born a female who's boxing against men?
Yes, he's 1-0 as a professional, so he beat a dude.
Wow, that's tough. What you're saying to me sounds very reasonable, right? But is there a risk of dickheads f***ing this up? Like with everything, right? You get some dickhead, right, who goes, I'm a woman now, I'd like to compete in the 100 metres, and doesn't really want to be a woman, just wants to cause a fuss.
It could, in theory, happen, but there are so many downsides to being transgender that, you know, it's not like it's the cool club to join. You know, when I told my mother that I was really a woman, her reaction was, you know, I never want to see you again. So maybe I can win a district track medal, but it means that my family boots me out and I'm homeless.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be the reason to switch. That definitely wouldn't be a reason for switching big time because of, like she said, all the things that come along with it. Maybe you can go win a medal. Maybe you can do, but you lose, you sacrifice and you lose a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so unless you really feel like you were supposed to be woman or you were supposed to be man and you make that switch, than any other reasons than that, then it just isn't worth it.
A district track medal, but it means that my family boots me out and I'm homeless. Yes, it's possible.
You could have my mother. My mother desperately wanted me to be a girl. I'm not kidding. My mother used to sit me down there just bed and go, if you're gay, that's okay with me. She really wanted a daughter. And she would have been over the moon. We should swap families. So trans athletes might get grief from their families. They get grief from the far right. But for taking a scientific approach and saying trans athletes should get their hormone levels checked, Joanna gets grief from one other group. Do liberals ever get mad at you? Do you ever get heat that you're not progressive enough?
Absolutely. I've been called a traitor to transgender people.
Transgender traitor? That's hard to say.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's harder to be one, too.
Yeah.
But I'm a scientist, first of all, and that's
Right.
how I see the world. I see it through a scientific lens.
It's very hard to be a moderate in this world. You can't find a lot of friends when you're moderate, and that's where you think you should.
Yeah.
Here's one. Should a female be able to compete in RuPaul's Drag Race? Because I feel that show's a little bit heterophobic. I've tried to be a judge on that show for f***ing 7 years. I tweet about it. I know every drag queen who's been on the show. I would be an excellent judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. Ball's in your court, Ru. So even Joanna Harper isn't sure how we can achieve equal and meaningful competition. In my mind, if you're the best at your sport, I don't care what group you fit into. Let's not split athletes up into gender or hormone levels or weight class. Everyone just plays together. And we let natural ability sort it out. There's no NBA, there's no WNBA, there's just BA. If you're good at B, congratulations, you're in the A.
No, don't do that. Don't. There needs to be separate leagues, Jim. Jim, there has to be separate leagues, my guy.
BA. If you're good at B, congratulations, you're in the A. Now that's for professional athletes, and for everyone else, I'm starting my own league. But it's only sports I can play, like pinball or cornhole or burning my own chest hairs with a lighter. In my league, drugs are encouraged. Bring drugs. And in the true spirit of competition, I'm accepting everyone, all sexual orientations, body types, races and ages. I call it the Jefferies Association of Professional Sports People. It's completely inclusive and not offensive in any way.
I love the Jim Jefferies show. Jim Jefferies is an absolute hilarious comedian. You're just an entertainment to watch. But that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D-Neil, out.